to read this.
No, it's not.
If God does not exist in a physical place, how can you speak
Brother,
of an
what do you mean by
outside-
physical place?
How can you speak of an outside and inside when the only concept of outside and inside I have are physical?
Okay, what do you mean by physical place?
Something that has matter, something that has like atom, made out of atom.
That's have matter, yeah? Something has a matter, okay?
Yeah.
So matter is created, of course.
Yes.
So God is outside the matter, okay? God is not created, okay? That's what I said to you. If God exists independently,
Yeah.
God exists independently, correct?
Yeah.
Well, it's not really.
Did He create the creation?
Yes.
Okay. Is His creation was inside God or outside God? Or, no, because why? If there is God independently exists, He has own essence, yes? Is a logical, rational outcome. You cannot turn away from it. When He created the creation, not from where? When He created the creation, did He create the creation outside Him, inside Him? Because He exists independently, okay? Or He's above the creation, or the creation is above Him, or because He created in reality, correct? Tell me how.
If you mean outside in the fact that if you mean outside by the creation, the creation is distinct from God.
Yes.
That's a yes.
That's it. Okay.
Remember,
So there's a misunderstanding.
Hold on. Understand. Primarily, outside means place.
No, brother. This again, this is the problem of being praised by the philosophy, because philosophy try to dictate to us. For example, one of the if you say this, it has to be this way. For example, if something moves, it must have a body. Okay, this is a philosophical conclusion. We're talking about God. We're not talking about this. Again, that's what I said to you. I said you have to differentiate between followers of Jesus and Moses and the followers of philosophers. The Christians now, they don't follow Jesus and Moses anymore. Or they don't even follow Moses. I mean, even Jewish, even some Muslims, they, when it comes in speaking about God's essence, they speak with the terminology of the philosophers. So God is distinct from His creation, correct?
Yeah.
So that's it. That's what I say. And therefore, God. That's what we say. God is above the creation, distinct from His creation. So therefore, the creation exists independently, and God exists independently.
Okay.
Yeah, you agree? Yeah, that's it. And that's why we say God is, and this is why it goes with the fitrah. Because when you say, no, it's not inside Him, no, outside Him, so therefore it has to be.
Physically speaking.
His creation is a physical.
No, hold on. Inside and outside primarily refer to physical reference, yes?
But again, what I say to you, look, out of respect, you have to be careful. When you say physical, I don't care what this philosopher is going to say.
Matter.
No, okay. Is this creation matter?
Yes.
God created it.
Yes.
Is He mixed with it?
No.
It's distinct from it.
Yes.
So it's outside Him.
And the sense it's distinct from His being, yes.
If it's distinct, it's outside Him.
But to speak of physical,
Brother, if it's distinct from Him, it's outside Him.
Let me finish.
Alhamdulillah, khalas.
But to speak of physical place, it is meaningless to speak of.
Brother, again, I'm repeating this term.
But that's what outside and inside. Outside and inside refer to places.
Okay.
That's what it primarily means.
Is God distinct from the creation?
Yes.
So it's outside Him.
If by being distinct in that sense, yes.
It's outside.
That is not the primary.
So therefore, let me finish.
That's not the primary meaning of outside.
Let me finish. It means. So therefore, God being outside the creation doesn't mean God is in a place which we. Sorry. So we as a Muslim and the Salafis, that's why Asha'ira, they believe, which you yourself now you start dropping. Because when I said to you, it's distinct, you said yes, which therefore necessitates outside Him. Because if it's distinct of something else, mean is.
But hold on. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Words have meaning.
Words have meaning.
To say God is distinct from the universe, that has one unequivocal meaning, right? God is different from the creation. When you say God is outside the creation, you have two possible meanings, right? You could say God is physically outside, or you could say in your sense God is distinct. Why do you choose to focus on the more ambiguous way of saying it when there's a more unequivocal way of saying it?
No, I'm not.
Saying God is distinct from the creation, that is one unequivocal meaning.
That necessity outside.
But you argue is God outside? How is He outside?
No, I didn't say how. No, I never said how. I never said because
we went through. Is it outside means physical, or do you mean it's distinct?
No. Firstly, outside necessitates distinct. Because if something is distinct, if I'm distinct from something else, is it mixed with me or outside me?
Okay, in the sense of being, God. If you mean the sense of the being, yes, you can say God is outside.
God is a being.
But God is a being. Yes.
It's outside the creation.
In a secondary sense, yes, but that's not the primary use of the word outside. So why focus? So why would it?
What do you mean by outside?
Primarily outside refers to places, right?
No, not all the time. No, not all the time.
Primarily, almost always.
No. When you talk about creation, yes. No. When you talk about creation, therefore, if I'm talking about God, I'm being so clear because logic dictates here. Look, logic dictates. If God is the only, it has no beginning, no end, and there was no creation, so there will be no physical place, which means create. When I say physical, mean I like to be emphasized. Mean create the place, because there was nothing created. So God has no beginning. So therefore, when God created the creation, which is it must have a place. Therefore, when we say God has a place, if you mean God is outside the creation, I said yes, and you agree with me. Separate from his creation. That's why the Ash'aris, they don't agree with that. The Ash'aris will say, he's outside, he's not inside, he's not the right, he's not the left. But even that, that's why Imam Ahmad, rahimahullah, may Allah have mercy upon him, from the Salaf, he came with argument which is a logical, rational to any human being. God, that's why I said to you, I start emphasizing on God exists independently. Because when I speak to Ash'ari, philosophers, Christians, I've noticed when they start speaking about God, they focus more on a conceptual God, which only exists there in their head, because it doesn't make any sense. Something exists independently and it's not separate from another thing.
I read this hadith in Bukhari. I read this hadith, right? Where God, the day of judgment, he will first interview the Jews and then the Christians, and he'll come to the Muslims, right? The righteous and the unrighteous among them, and he will come to them in the that is closest to them.
Doesn't say close to them, no. You talk about the hadith the hadith of Surah. No. That talk about the hadith of Surah, that on the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will appear in one form and will appear in another form. Yes. But that doesn't mean he go against nature. And again, I
understand. So, my concept of God and your concept of God might be different, okay? But we can't say mine or your concept of God can totally encapsulate the true nature of God, because one, God is beyond our comprehension, and two, the hadith itself says God will come in the form. God will come in the form closest to us, suggesting we cannot truly conceptualize God.
I don't know if I remember this hadith correctly, but close to us. But anyway,
close to the form we have of him. Closest to the form we have. The exact wording was, I read this in Sahih Bukhari. I can bring it next week.
Translation, maybe it's the wrong translation.
Maybe. The word was closest to the picture of him in their minds, right?
No, there's no hadith says close pictures in our mind. Anyway, the point here is, look.
I can show you.
No problem.
I read it a few days ago.
Okay, you can get it, but the translation, I know the hadith of Surah. That Allah will come in one form.
Right.
Then you will come in another form as a test, okay?
Even so.
Okay, so let me explain. Yes, I do agree with you. We do not comprehend everything about God. Likewise, we don't comprehend His true nature. But we understand certain things which God tells us about Himself. There are certain things we understand, like which call universal knowledge, or that which is not by necessity. For example, the Ash'ari, when we speak about God's attributes, they try to negate some of God's attributes, claiming if you do affirm it, you are resembling God to His creation, which is incorrect, okay? Because, for example, the argument that Ibn Taymiyyah used against them, if you're saying, if I affirm this attribute of God for God, therefore I'm resembling to His creation, you are alive. God is alive. Is your life like God's life? No. Okay. Likewise, for every attribute and every name of God, same criteria. Understand? So, for example, like I said to you about when you read about, that's why in the beginning I said, what's your name? I never call your name.
I don't know.
Give me a fake name anyway. I'm not homophobic, by the way.
Okay. My middle name is Hassan, so we'll go with
Hassan.
Hassan.
You middle name?
My name is
okay, Hassan. Okay, Hassan, what I would say to you, that's why in the beginning I said to you, with the Christians now, they follow the Christian philosophers. Like you said, some Muslims do as well. If you listen to Bob is not speaking how Jesus spoke about God. He speaks about how some Christian fathers who were heavily influenced by Greek philosophy speak about God. I'm not sure. Once I was speaking to a young boy, and he negates every attribute of God.
Like the Jahmiyyah.
Like a Jahmiyyah, understand? Which doesn't make any sense. So the God they believe in doesn't exist in reality. Because anything that exists in reality independently must have attributes. You understand? So that was my argument. But let me bring you back, you know. I think you digress a lot. The point here is about Christianity, God doesn't make any sense, the concept of God.
I mean,
Becoming a baby and God.
The major, I would say, the Christian concept of God primarily is not about the incarnation, about the Trinity. Okay, how there's three distinct persons,
But they are one.
there's still one God.
They are one in what if they are distinct?
Well, the Christian argument is they're one in essence. They share the
Essence.
same. They share the same essence, or they share the same self, or.
So for example, Shamsi, Hassan, Jamal, we are distinct people, but we are one essence. Because you have human nature, same thing, exactly, okay?
Yeah.
So now, if Jesus is God by default, God has no beginning, no end. And he has everything perfect, okay? Everything perfect, okay? And God does not submit to no one. You agree? Everything submit to God. The Christian, when they say to us, yes, when Jesus was on the earth, he had to pretend or act like a human being.
Yeah, humble himself.
Humble himself, yeah, which doesn't make any sense. That's not God's nature. That's human nature, humble himself.
Yeah.
God does not need to humble to no one because he's the greatest. Guess what? In Paul, which is Corinthians, on the day of judgment, everything will submit to Jesus. Then Jesus himself will submit to the Father. Subordinate, submit. Yeah, subjugate.
Yeah.
That is not. So you just told me God does not submit to no one. If Jesus is God, and that is not and on the day of judgment, not only he's a human being, on the day of judgment, he's going to submit to the Father. Therefore, they're not the same. Jesus is lower than the Father.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess like what they would say,
Yeah.
the Christian would say is that again, the human, even when he's God, the human nature is still distinct from his divine. They're united in person, but they're distinct.
No, but they say when he returned, sorry to cut you.
exactly.
They say when he returned, he's not human anymore. He's God now.
No, even though he's both human, even when he
Even when he returns.
Yes.
So it's not going to be, or he's not going to be human.
always going to be fully human and fully God.
Hang on. They said to me the reason he became human here to communicate with us.
Yeah.
Then when he went back
But he
to the
said-
day of judgment,
He resurrected. He resurrected, and the humans will also resurrect, and humans resurrect is also part of their human nature.
Okay.
There's also nature that Jesus resurrects as a human as well.
but in the Bible does not say Jesus' human nature submits to God. It said Jesus himself. So himself as a whole. That includes God's nature according to your belief. And the question also, Jesus as God, is he the Father?
No,
He's not the Father. Jesus as God, does he know the hour?
no,
Huh?
no.
He doesn't know. So he cannot be God.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah. Jesus as God, is Jesus as God? What I've seen in the Bible, Jesus, because God is not God part-time, it's God all the time. Which he should be worshipped alone, should be glorified. In the Bible, it seems that Jesus as God, he's like he took day off to be God. Just Jesus worshiping the Father only the Father, only the Father. He's not even asking his other nature, which is God, to help him. That's why I look at the Islamic teaching, which goes in line with our sound intellect and the natural inclination, which the Creator created us with. That's why the Creator is the most wise. When he created you and I and everyone, he created with us the tools and devices which go in line with his revelation. That's why God is one, is perfect. He has no beginning, no end. Jesus, we love him. He's a mighty messenger. And it's a dirty, not all the French people, but the Olympics, what they did to disrespecting Jesus and his disciples, yeah, we are free from it, and this is a satanic way. And we Muslims will defend Jesus, you know. But clearly, Jesus and all the prophet messengers came to call people to worship one God and to stay away from the Satan, okay? And that is an Islamic teaching. That's why, you know, one of the miracles of Islam, which me myself, I like to use Hassan a lot, one of the so powerful prophecy. You know that the enemies of Islam, okay, they have stronger weapons than the Muslims.
Now, yes.
Them, the opponents.
In the beginning, yes, and then now.
Now, like for example, when it comes to social media, it's controlled by the, like just what happened recently.
The riot.
Is the riot. Yeah. Social media was utilized by the enemies of Islam. Even the guy who committed the crime, he was a Christian. He had nothing to do with Islam. Yet they were attacking the mosques. So the point here I was going to bring, I want to bring you back to, is there's a verse in the Quran. Allah said, "هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره الكافرون." It's Allah who sends Prophet Muhammad with the true religion in order to prevail the other religions, even if the disbelievers dislike it. Now, even there is the Islamic opponents, they have stronger weapons, social media and so on. The fastest growth, which can cause many barriers to stop people accepting Islam, yet the fastest growing religion in the Western world specifically, where they say we oppress women, where they say Islam is bad and everything, Islam is spreading. And there was a study carried out about the British women. They study Islam for 5 years, then they accept Islam. That's a powerful prophecy in the Quran.
Okay, it's good for them. But
That should be good for you too. Inshallah, you become Muslim.
Wallah,
No comment. No commenting.
There's no comment, remember, no comment.
Remember, I'm no comment when it comes to my views, right?
Yeah, no problem. Inshallah, anyway, what I would say to you, look, Hassan, this is again, even this, what you're doing now, no comment, yeah? I don't want to speak. All of this, it came from who? It came
It comes from, don't you? For example, I know I'm finite. My mind is finite. I don't know everything, okay? So when I'm presented with a variety of views, right, I have to make sure I'm thoroughly well researched in them to start making judgments. Because if I start speaking, I could mislead people. You know, I could spread misinformation. That's why I like to keep things like.
But Hassan,
I'm a conservative. I like to keep things.
I agree, and I respect you for that. But what we're talking about, Hassan, we're talking that which is not by necessity. I never want you to say to you, look, let's talk about the Bible, the manuscripts, and so on. No, I'm talking about, that's why I said to you, when I speak to the Christians, I will never, generally speaking, to the layman Christians, I don't speak about detailed issues. Why I speak about that which is not by necessity, which is the oneness of Allah. The oneness of Allah is clear and pure in everything. The concept of Islam is so clear. There is only one God. Yes, he has attributes, perfect attributes. He sent the prophets and messengers to call people to worship God alone. Okay? That's why when you have experience, and before I want to bring you back to the issue of I don't want to make no comments. Again, this is the Western Academy is being poisoned by Greek philosophy, which they always I don't want to. No, you make Jesus. He never said what you said. I don't want to make comments. No, you have to either be.
After every fatwa you say Allahu Alam, don't you?
Yeah, no doubt.
Why do you say that?
No, but I don't say Allah is one. Allahu Alam. No. I don't say Allahu Alam. Yeah, Allahu Alam, no doubt, and Alam I know as well. I'm not Alam, but I know for certainty. Certain things we don't say Allahu Alam. No, certain things which there is room for doubt. Then we say Allahu Alam. You understand? But say something else, like I don't say Muhammad Rasulullah Allahu Alam. What do you mean Allahu Alam? Is Allah Alam? Na'am. Allah told you He's Rasulullah. You know? So the point here is that you should think about yourself, like I said to you, reflect upon about your situation, because like I said to you, I remind you, when you die, none of this Western academic way of I don't want to take no position. I don't want to say either you have to be with the truth or with the falsehood. But do your research, inshallah.
Shamsi, do you want to take part of my survey?
Yeah, give it to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a pen?
Oh, I think you're gonna give me the actual paper.
Yeah.
It has Quran, it has.
I've got loads.
Yeah. It has. Barakallah, big sister. Shukran. Barakallah. I can give you a nice book. Come. Where is do you have them?
Bring the atheism.
I can give you a nice book. Yeah. And I can give it to your sister as well, because you want to help us. I can give it to read as well. It's a nice book that you can read. I mean, you can read it. It shows how Islam about. Give two. And we have it. I'm going to show it to people, to the Muslims. You can come to our da'wah table in Shepherd's Bush. You can come to our da'wah in Shepherd's Bush because even the Muslims should read it. It's very, very beneficial.
Okay.
Very beneficial. Muslims to read it and to learn from it and to give da'wah. Here, my sister, for you.
Give you the pen? You need the pen.
I'm going to take it or?
You can just fill it out and then bring it back to me when you can.
I have to fill it. Okay, it's a survey, like survey.
Yeah. It's a home office now.
Brother, you know home office, are you? You sure, brother? You know MA5, are you?
It's MA research.
Okay, khalas. I'm not going to come in this week. Probably after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I will bring it.
Okay, thank you.
Because Hassan, thank you for talking to you. Take care of yourself.
Big up Shamsi.
Yes, how are you, man?
Not too bad.
You're right, how are you doing?
Thank you.
Hassan, take care of yourself.
So are you up for a street mic interview today?
Brother, you like to interview me too much, man.
I love interviews. I'm not one of